Hey guys, today I'm gonna show you how to make that bass from this song. Right. I'm assuming you know the song. I'm probably I'm gonna link it in the description. And it is a massive bass. If you're wondering about the drums, I actually sampled these right off the track, so nothing special there, except for the ride. That's some random shit. So it is a massive with heavy processing. Without the processing, this is basically what it sounds like. Hold on. So it doesn't sound nearly as punchy and stuff. But I did do a whole bunch of stuff here. So 2 saw waves basically. And like that interesting timbre that the sound has, it's actually created by this second oscillator here. You can actually just forget about the third one because it doesn't actually do anything. Okay, so this one, it's 2 semitones up from the bass note, which is it just creates an interesting kind of sound. And then it's like 3 octaves above the other one. So it's almost like a high lead above a bass patch. I mean that could have been how we actually did it. I don't know. But this is how you can do it. And the third oscillator is just, I don't even know. You can't really hear it behind these two. I just added it just to make it like unique, I guess. And like that, this bass has that kind of that kick sound, that pitch down. That's created here with the envelope on the pitch. 24 semitones up in all of them. I didn't use the mod Osc. And I used some white noise on top. Some gated white noise. I mean, like enveloped. Alright. And then I also had an LFO on the pitch here on all of them. Oh, I'm controlling it with the one that's controlling also the kick thing, the pitch drop. That's interesting. I don't even remember I did that. Then of course the filters, depth and low pass. You could probably just get away with just using one, but for some reason I used both of them. And then I used this envelope 2 here to map out the resonance and the cutoff, right? And also I'm using another LFO there because you can hear from the bass from the song that it's actually warbling a little bit, and I thought that would probably do it, and it kind of did. I mean, there is that kind of, I mean, you can't really hear it, but it's there. And then, oh yeah, and I have a macro here just to control the low pass. Crap. Yeah. And voicing, just 2 unisono, but it's not actually doing anything because I have the recip I get. And then this doesn't actually do anything. It just makes it louder basically when you use more than one with this. So it doesn't actually matter that I did that. So you don't have to do that. I mean, I'm gonna have the download for this anyway, so a lot of people aren't gonna even be listening to this, but whatever. And then here, insert one hard clipper, and I controlled it with that same envelope as the filters, and insert 2 some bit crush. Didn't remember I did that either, but that's cool. And then here in effects, I got classic tube to make it tubey and stuff. I got dimension expander. There we go. With pretty low settings, at least like relative to a lot of stuff. Oh, and in the EQ, I also apparently did some stuff. That's cool. Oh yeah, I think it's because in the actual sound, when the kick, the pitch down happens, there's like more mids, I think. No, there's less mids or something, and then I tried to kind of compensate that with this. Then to the effects. So, yeah, that's a big difference right there. Should probably make this a little bit quieter. With, without. So yeah, that really creates the sound if you actually want it. So some EQ shaping here, boosting some of the low mids, and or that's the kind of that area of the snare hit and stuff like that, which is usually prominent in like EDM stuff. And then some of that 2-3K area. Oh, and then I actually used Ozone Exciter here. I don't think it makes a ginormous difference, but it makes some. You could probably hear it better if I rendered it out and did all that, but it makes a small difference. It's not like a small but significant difference, but it's a difference anyway. Then reverb, which is like really crucial for the sound. I probably could have made it better with using some other reverb than just Fruity Reverb, but it's good enough. So you can hear from the original song that there's some like really complex reverb stuff going on, and I don't even know. I didn't really bother with that. And then another EQ just to kind of shape it some more. And I cut a lot of the highs because that was done in the song without. So yeah, and some stuff there. I don't know. Oh, and then I have. Oh, I'll show the automation later, actually. And then this Maximus is basically just the Soundgodizer A preset. Oh, no, right. With just, I modified this, made it a little bit louder even, because I'm cheap and stuff. Oh, and I changed the mids, this shape, the compression shape here a little bit. So yeah, cool. Now, I guess I could show you the score for it if you want. If you want to make a remix or something, like that's basically how it goes. I mean, that note isn't actually in the song. There's a different kind of like resound there, but I wasn't gonna remake that, so I just replaced it like that. So now the automation. All right, I didn't talk about the delay here. It's disabled, but you can hear in the song, like the very first bit is delayed once, like there's one little like quiet delay thing, and I actually used some like really specific settings here. I used the band pass on the delay so that because I noticed that there wasn't a lot of highs, or it wasn't that prominent, so that's what I did, and it's kind of cool. It's you almost can't hear it. It's almost not audible, but it just sounds more like the song with that. Sorry, getting off track here. Oh yeah, of course I automated the low pass. What is? I have no idea what that is. What am I controlling with? All right, this is the. I actually made another macro here. That is. Oh yeah, I was experimenting with like how fast it pitched down when it starts, but you don't gotta. I think it's fine where it is. You don't gotta touch that. So yeah, I automated the low pass on massive like this, right? And then the reverb, which is pretty important for this sound, like that, right? Oh, and here, like when the kick hits right here, it creates this really cool like. Like when the reverb goes off on the kick, it gives it like that nice kind of space, and that's cool. I think that's it. If you have any questions, just ask in the comments and stuff. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed, and the download will be in the description, as well as a link to the original song, and well, maybe to the I might delete that SoundCloud upload of the bass, but maybe that also. So later.